Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are off camera right now because I'm hiding in my room because there's construction work going on outside and my neighbor is moving, and so they're literally right below my window where I normally record. We will be back on camera tomorrow night for our regular Saturday Night Live, and I will let you all know what that is going to be later on. But I wanted to take a look real quick and see, are we finally going to get an album released or a lead single or something out of Carlos, since Nicki has now announced that, the title of her next album and the presumptive release date, plus when she is going to be starting the tour. So, for everybody that's been anticipating that they were waiting on one another to drop, now, there may be no excuses for Carlos. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit and the Cards have to say about that. Also, guys, you can always book your own personal private reading on my website, psychicbellove.com. And you can join the Patreon. That is the only place that I take requests for any video readings on celebrities. We also talk about the Illuminati, history, religion, spirituality, all kinds of stuff over there, and go live every week. I do post in there most days per week. So if you want to join, that will be linked in the description box as well. And you can follow me on Instagram. All my information will be in the description box below. So let's see. And today is literally like this little moment right here is the quietest that it's been over here. So that's why it's taken me all week to be able to record something, because I couldn't even hear myself think. They're doing work on my neighbor's patio right below me. So there's like no place in the house to go to escape from all the noise. And I apologize to anybody that had to talk to me while that was going on. The guy that's like working on it keeps playing music super loud too. So even if I was able to like ignore the construction noise, it's the whole issue of copyrighted music maybe being picked up on the mic and then having to worry about YouTube getting me in trouble. And I've been in enough trouble with them. So we gotta protect ourselves too. But trust me, it annoys me because sometimes I really just want to sit down and record a bunch of videos and I'm all ready to do it and then something happens. So pray for me that I find an amazing place to move that's quiet, because we are looking. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, originally Atlantic was, okay with and kind of supporting this idea of let's wait and have, Carlos be some sort of competition for Nicki. However, now Atlantic isn't even counting on Cardi anymore to do anything for them. Like, it's coming up that like money was never recouped from the first go round. So despite I got a Grammy and I did this and I had 5 number 1s, it wasn't a money maker, if that makes sense. You can go viral, you can do certain things, but Spirit is saying there was not enough money made to recoup everything that went into her the first time around. So Atlantic is still more concerned about trying to make their investment back than they are even about being super interested in pushing her as their like number 1 big artist at this point anymore. If you look at the news, and I've talked about this on previous lives too, Atlantic has talked about cutting costs in the company. And so Spirit is saying, once again, like I've been saying, they're throwing their weight behind other artists who in no way, shape, or form would even be considered to be any sort of competition towards Nicki, because they got so caught up in playing industry games and participating in bullshit like they did with the whole Carlos situation that it cost them money and they weren't focused on the bottom line as an overall company. And that really hurt things for them. So now it's scrambling to make money back to be able to have profits on paper to appease shareholders and whatnot. And there's not a lot of support showing up here from Atlantic's side towards Cardi. She obviously is coming up as being very scared of this next album era and what it's going to do for her. The way that, you know, her and Offset were playing all these, like, we're going to get divorced games that they usually play, it didn't work in her favor. And so now, like I said on the community post, you know, it was either going to be PR to try to push the next single or a distraction as to why she never dropped it. It's starting to look like it's going to go more in the situation of a distraction to keep people asking, where the hell is this single that you promised everybody? Because we've been waiting and it's been more than less than 2 weeks, like you were promising people. There's also waning support from people who may have claimed to be fans in the past or people who may have wanted to work with her in the past, no longer wanting to because they don't see her as somebody that's hot or talented that's going to add to the, you know, track. And so it's like, we would have worked with you in 2017, 2018, but 2023, like, we would rather go work with, you know, one of the new people that everybody's super hyping up, like a Glorilla, like an Ice Spice, like a Coil Ray, than wanting to work with Cardi. So I don't feel Atlantic even being supportive of her trying to drop and compete with Nicki because they feel like that's actually going to be more of a detriment to her. Expect that we will get some kind of single, but again, I feel it's her hopping on somebody else's song and not her putting out her own single, if that makes sense. Like, oh, like I went and did a feature on another Glorilla song or on another song with Lotto. It's not going to make a bunch of noise. And the fact that she keeps getting on songs and promising all these things and it's not really working out the best way either is not giving Atlantic any kind of confidence in her. So I keep feeling it's more so let the fanfare of Nicki releasing this next album die down. Let her be in the middle of the tour or towards the tail end of it. And then we get an album more so next year towards the summer of next year. But between now and then, anything that she does put out is going to flop. They'll try to put a bunch of, you know, publicity around it to push it, but it's not going to do very well. And that's why I said I feel like it's going to be little random collaborations and singles, but an actual album is still going to take quite a while for her to put out. Nobody's going to be like, yes, that's a great idea, drop it, because Nicki's dropping. And I do feel like, I know like they've said that her and Offset have like some kind of joint album together. That might be what people get instead of an actual Cardi B sophomore album. Because I really feel like the whole entire album is very much on the verge of getting completely scrapped and not really being released. And after this, she's going to try to just completely move on from music. By 2025, Spirit saying, we're going to see Cardi doing what I had predicted before, which is probably having a reality show with Offset and the kids, if they're still together at that point. He would love to have the elites tell him that he can finally leave her. Because remember, I tell you guys all the time, and if you want more information on that, go to patreon.com/psychicbellalove. I did lower the price for new people to join. These people have no control over their lives, and they're being ordered around by the people that handle them. And so because of that, it's really going to be, hmm, he'll leave when he's allowed to. They'll get their divorce when they're allowed to. There's still another baby that's going to come. And I feel like she will use that on purpose too, as an explanation as to why she couldn't drop her own album. And then they'll try to do some little family promo, family tour type thing. And she'll be trying to explain it as it's easier if I can just go on tour with my husband and the kids because I'm a freak and I don't want to leave my kids alone, and use the whole I'm a mom excuse to not have to do her own standalone tour because she's scared. So, because that's the biggest thing that keeps coming up. She was so overconfident and she let everybody hype her up into believing that she was going to have a mega superstar career and be the best thing ever that rap has ever seen. And while people may have bought that for a short time, the shine has worn off of that. Everybody's sort of gotten to a place where they're tired of mediocrity and they want real music to come back. And she knows that she's not in the same position that she used to be. Spirit saying, one of the biggest signs from that is she's not getting the offers to collaborate and do all these brand deals and business deals the way that she used to. And the offers that she does get, they're not paying the bag that it used to. And she knows that obviously the popularity has declined, the being in demand is no longer there. And so there's so much fear in this girl surrounding the future of her career that she's really kind of panicking and trying to figure out what else can we do instead, because I got kids, I got a lot of bills, I owe a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to live and keep up the lifestyle that I have created for myself. And I obviously don't want to go back to how I used to live. So she's got to figure something else out. But don't expect her to try to compete with Nicki because she knows it's going to be a losing battle and it's something that she doesn't want to have to do. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted to look at that real quick. I just did this, as a StreamYard live stream thing, so I didn't have to worry about waiting for it to upload. And we will be back tomorrow night, guys. I love you all so much, and I hope everybody has a good one. Bye.